Hezbollah have hit hard in the last month from the air and from, of course, with our ground process operation. And I believe that soon Israel and Lebanon will sign a deal, a ceasefire agreement. But I would like to emphasize this is a temporary ceasefire. If one missile is fired from their territory, Israel will respond with heavy hand. We have learned the lesson from 2006, and we are always have our ability to launch another operation, ground operations, in order to bring our citizens back in a safety way.
Until that deal happens, where do you think the heaviest fighting in Lebanon will be? Will it be at close quarters on the ground or will it be from the air?
In parallel, I have to say that it should be clear the IDF forces still has their abilities to continue to the northern side of Lebanon. We already demolish and destroy the first line of Hezbollah infrastructure. We are preparing for the next step. Of course, we are waiting for the government decision. At the same time, Israel continue to attack Hezbollah terror locations in Beirut and other places in Lebanon till the ceasefire.
Of course, this all happens as military activity against Hamas in Gaza continues. And the IDF saying this morning that they have eliminated a terrorist responsible for rocket fire in Hamas's Western Jabalia battalion, and also an additional Hamas terrorist who took part in the October 7th massacre. So clearly, there is still work to be done in Gaza too.
Mhm. Of course, the IDF and the Israeli government decided to destroy Hamas abilities and regime in Gaza. We won't stop till we will achieve this goal, and at the same time to bring home our hostages. I have to say that in Gaza, there will be, in my point of view, in a few weeks, maybe few weeks, we will destroy the last battalion of Hamas. We'll continue, of course, the ground operation in Gaza in order to maintain our achievement. The idea is to put soldiers in the ground, not citizens. We, like I said before, we have learned the lessons from the 7th of October after the massacres of citizens, families, women and children, and Israel continue to control Gaza till we will bring home our hostages, and at the same time to destroy Hamas abilities and capabilities.
Of course, it's not just within Israel and the areas of Gaza and Lebanon that are an issue right now. Anti-Semitic attacks have risen considerably, and over the last few days, we have seen Rabbi Kogan, the Chabad representative in the United Arab Emirates, go missing, and then his body found believed to have been murdered by anti-Semitic group of some kind, possibly affiliated with Iran. And I think the last reports are that 3 people have been arrested. Firstly, what's your take on this appalling incident? And what do you think the response of Israel should be, and also the authorities in the United Arab Emirates?
Mm. Iran and their proxies must pay a heavy price for the murder of Rabbi Kogan. Uh, Whoever carried out this attack is, in my point of view, is a walking dead man. We will found them. We will found them, I'm sure. Or it's a matter of time before Iranian will goes after Jews in New York, Paris, or London. If you understand how a terror organization re- behave, or terror states like Iran behaves, when they feel that there is a success, when they succeeded, they will duplicate their actions in other places. This is why we should react immediately. Someone will pay a heavy price for this murder, I'm sure.
And it's not just this murder in the United Arab Emirates that is a concern right now. Over the last few days, there has been some hugely violent pro-Palestinian protests in Montreal, Canada. How concerned are you about the rise of these incidents across the world in Canada, in America, in Europe, with the incidents in Amsterdam? How worried are you?
Now it's very clear that the safest place around the world for Jews is Israel. Israel, of course, will continue the war against Hezbollah and Hamas, and of course against Iran. But at the same time, we have the obligation to protect any Jews around the world with collaborate, of course, with a strong collaboration with our allies. I would like to say that in order to reduce this kind of events, Israel have has to win this war. Our enemies, Iran and their proxies, and some part of the Arab countries are watching what Israel is doing, how we react against terror, and they will. I'm afraid that if we want win this war, they will imitate their success in the Gaza and other places. This is why I'm very sure, in order to reduce this kind of anti-Semitic events, Israel should be very strong, should show the world that we won't stop till the total victory, and the Jews around the world will feel more confidence, first of all, to come to Israel and to live their lives and to be proud to be a Jew everywhere, if it's in Canada, Paris, or New York.
And finally, how more optimistic are you with regard to the future and a potential reckoning with Iran with a Trump presidency coming in January?
You mentioned Iran. I think this is the main issue right now. There won't be any stability in the Middle East while Iran has its own ballistic missiles capabilities. They will continue to arm their proxies. This is why I'm very optimistic that this collaboration with the new administration, Trump administration, will and support Israel should attack as soon as possible Iranians' abilities in order to give stability to the region. I am very optimistic that the situation will be changed in the following month.